Our next recipient, I actually got to meet and be introduced to her, not quite as young when I got introduced to Monsignor Wall, but to a gentleman I worked for a number of years who was also a friend of Boylan, Wayne Timpe. And Wayne was a great institution in himself, and I know Lisa tonight, he's looking down as the proud father of his little girl. So I'd like to ask Joanne Powell to please come forward and introduce Lisa.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Joanne Ostrowski Powell, and tonight I have the privilege of introducing one of the recipients of the Alumni Excellence Award, my best friend, Lisa. Sorry, this is emotional for me. Our journey actually started right here at Boylan. I counted this morning, and it was 37 years ago. So freshman year, first day, we had 6 classes together. Started talking, and those of you that know of us said we never stopped. We were like any normal friends. We would get into an argument, swear we'd never talk to each other, and I think sometimes we actually made it to the end of the school day before we were hugging and saying I'm sorry. That's just the way it was. And I think the reason that Lisa and I kind of clung to each other so easily is that we're both pretty upfront, honest, take it or leave it type people. We weren't pretentious. If you didn't like it, too bad. And that's just one of the qualities that we've always kept over the years and that I've always admired over her. And we've stayed close, even though physically we haven't always been close. 3 years after graduation, I got engaged, and my first call was to Lisa, and she was my maid of honor. And 7 years later, I had my daughter. And when I had my daughter, I wanted an example for her as a role model, and that was Lisa. And I couldn't be prouder to say that she's my daughter's godmother and is still involved in her life. Lisa exemplifies honesty, hard work, and dedication. She uses these qualities to serve Boylan Catholic in many ways. She supports Boylan as a parent, and she currently serves on the Education Foundation Board. She also volunteers her time for the annual Alumni Phone-a-thon, and is a leader with the school's Friends of the Fine Arts. On top of that, Mike and Lisa financially support the Imagine campaign and also supported the girls' locker room renovation. And I'm going to quote her nominator that says, "I have served with Lisa on the Education Foundation and found her insight and critical thinking on financial matters to be superb. Lisa walks the talk of a board member, volunteer, and benefactor, and leads others to do the same on behalf of Boylan students." Lisa?
Well, my kids will sit back there since I have my children here. Lindsay is a senior and Adam is a freshman. And when I said, I didn't bring any prepared remarks, they're like, rookie. But I do want to first thank the very important people that are here in my life. My mom is here. And yes, Tom, I hope my dad is looking down. My husband, Mike, and of course, Lindsay and Adam. My sister Gail is here, and my uncle Keith, my dad's brother, and his wife Diana, and of course my best friend since day one at Boylan, Joanne. I really feel, John would say maybe not so humbled, because I always say that's my not so humble opinion when I give someone my actual opinion. But I think that this sort of an award for all of us really has to do with what I feel has been my calling in life, and that's mission. When I was a little kid, my mission was to be a good big sister to my sisters. When I came here to Boylan for my parents, my mission was to be a good student. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, my mission was to help people. 28 years I've worked at St. Anthony's. When I took that job, came back from school in Chicago, my mom said, "Boy, you sure can't get away from those sisters, can you?" But I feel like the mission that I learned at Boylan, to follow Christ, to be a good person, to use my talents wisely, to be generous, is the thing that really made me strive to do the things I do now, to serve other people. Be generous with my time, help the people who work for me. I want to retire someday. I tell them that all the time. But I want my kids to see that if you have some sort of mission in life, no matter what it is, Bob's in entertainment and working in business like Steve, I think that no matter what mission you have in life, you can make an impact. And so that's the thing that I've always wanted to do. And I really, really, really thank the board and of course my nominator, this lady over here. She'll look away. But I really believe that if we follow that mission in our life, that we will get to the ultimate goal that we all want, which is heaven. And those are the things that we need to strive for every day in being a saint, scholar, and champion. Thanks, everyone.